I'm Mayor Dan Bender, and thank you and welcome to everyone who came today to the Highway 61 main event groundbreaking kickoff. This event was organized by the main event committee. This committee symbolizes the collaboration within our community to work together toward the reconstruction of Highway 61 as an investment and improvement that will create a healthier and safer route and enhance our quaint historic downtown. The main event committee includes the Red Wing Area Chamber of Commerce, the City of Red Wing, the Red Wing Port Authority, Red Wing Shoe Company, the St. James Hotel, the VCB, the Red Wing Y, Red Wing Downtown Main Street, and Live Healthy Red Wing. This committee has worked diligently to develop a plan to help mitigate disruptive effects from the project by providing constant and effective communication, as well as technical and financial support for affected businesses. I would also like to acknowledge other collaborative support for our community by recognizing a few individuals that took the time to join us today. Bree Mackey is here from Senator Franken's Rochester office. Chuck Ackman from Senator Amy Klobuchar's Rochester office. And Brooke Schaefer from Congressman John Klein's office. And they're all here today, which I think is terrific, and it shows a lot of support. I'd also like to acknowledge Representative Tim Kelly, who is chairman of the House Transportation Commission, for his efforts towards this project. Thank you all for taking your time to show your support today. And now, one more thing I should point out before I hand this off. Over here we have thank yous to the businesses that are supporting this particular event. And over here we have thank yous to foundations, the foundations that are supporting this particular event. Okay, our next speaker is Jeff Vlamick, who is District 6 engineer for MnDOT, and he's sort of our local guru on MnDOT projects. So here's Jeff.
Tangled up in the speaker here. Thank you, Mayor. Good morning, and thank you all for coming out on this great spring day. I'm Jeff Vlamick, District Engineer for MnDOT District 6. MnDOT Commissioner Charlie Zelle had planned to be here to speak with you today. However, with the legislature in session, he was called to a meeting this morning and wasn't able to get here in time. He sends his apologies and best wishes on a great project. It's always a treat to be here in Red Wing, something all of you know very well. It's a beautiful place, a grand gem in a state full of natural wonders. I'm very pleased to be able to talk about this particular project. It's a perfect example of what can happen when MnDOT, the city, and the community work together to develop and build a project. It really is a model for how we wish all of our projects would go. The result of good communication and trust, early communication and cooperation that ensured that all were included in the planning processes. New ideas, innovations, and needs came to light and were addressed. There are a number of different funding sources that have pulled together for this $9.7 million project. It takes planning and good cooperation to make that happen. This project is scheduled to be completed in August of 2016. The work to be done will include road construction, utility improvements, traffic signals and upgrades, improvement for pedestrians, which are a key for this beautiful historic downtown area, which includes safer crossings, curb bump outs, and other traffic calming features. I know there's strong community outreach effort, the main event, a committee of business groups and community members who have worked to develop a strong outreach of project information and assistance to businesses and others to keep people updated on changes. This group has been supported by others in the community as well to ensure there are many different ways for people to connect with the project, be aware of its progress, and find help in coping with the construction. The group known as the Main Event, and they've been aided primarily by the generosity of community foundations that provided funding to establish outreach with maps, inserts, and other ways to connect with people. The city has a project website to keep everyone updated, and you can sign up for periodic project updates by email and at that website. MnDOT has been able to work with other communities on projects like this throughout the state, in places like Alexandria, St. Peter, and Battle Lake. All are projects that improve the roadway and capitalize on that investment to provide other improvements and amenities that make the area easier to access and more attractive. It is very gratifying to see projects such as this take off. This project will provide many benefits to all who come here. It will improve safety and accessibility on the road and on the sidewalks. We know the community is behind it. It is working because of the excellent communications and cooperation. In just a few short years, we'll be replacing the Highway 63 Eisenhower Bridge. We believe Red Wing will be able to tap an outreach effort and capitalize on the creativity and cooperation of all of us who will be involved in that big project. I want to thank all of you for your hard work that went into making this project a reality. The improvements will serve the city, its residents, and many visitors for years to come. I look forward to the project completion in 2016. Thank you.
Next, it is my pleasure to introduce our local highway hero. Yes, Jay, that's you. Jay Owens is our city engineer, and he is coordinating this whole project.
Thank you, Dan. Well, I knew Jeff would give an update on the cooperation that's gone into this. I kind of wanted to go back a little further and let you know where this all came from. And where this started was putting together a downtown action plan. And I remember distinctly sitting there in those meetings, and we're asking, well, what's the biggest thing we should look at for our downtown area? What needs to be done downtown? And we kept hearing that it's tough to walk across Main Street. It's tough to get to the river because of this traffic. So the project started with just looking at a few bump outs. We did some pedestrian countdown heads. Everyone loved the pedestrian countdown, so you knew how much time you had to get across the street. So that was kind of where it started. We were going to do a few curb extensions, and that kind of went into the next phase. Was MnDOT said, well, you're doing that work, why don't you apply for a grant that we give in District 6 that will allow us to overlay this road and expand the project from the downtown all the way out to Old West Main. We said, well, we'll apply. So Brian Peterson and I put together some numbers and some the benefits of a project, putting the overlay in place, and we got support from council to do it and support from other city staff to pull that together, and we got that submitted, and we're successful, which was great. We were successful to get that overlay money, and we thought, okay, now we're gonna have a nice paved surface here. We're gonna have some bump outs in the downtown area. And then this new program came about right in the middle of kind of getting ready to put a design together for the overlay called the SIMS grant, which corridor something, whatever it is. MnDOT's got acronyms for everything. But it was a grant. We thought, well, let's turn this overlay into something bigger than that. Let's look at actually ripping up this whole road and fixing our sewer and our water and storm sewer and addressing, you know, the needs that we have for utilities and everything along this roadway. And the put that together. MnDOT supported that as well. They said, "Yeah, city, go for it. Let's get a real reconstruct out of this deal." So put that together, submitted it, and we're successful with that. So just kind of stepping along here. And with that, we also in the interim, we saw our downtown needs for some ADA improvements, and we were able to talk with MnDOT ADA Group and got some more funding for the ADA redoing the sidewalks, which weren't originally planned with the reconstruct. So all the sidewalks from Potter to Old West Main will be redone with this project. So, and to think that it just started with some people in the footroom of the library saying it's tough to cross 61. It's tough to walk across the road. And now we're actually rebuilding everything. We're going to have replacing 100-year-old infrastructure, new storm sewer, fixing some of the ponding issues and the flooding issues we have here, or capacity, and you know, that's how things start. It just starts with some real small little ideas, and they grow into something that's going to be a benefit to this community for years to come. So also said in here, I'm going to give you a little update of what's going on and what the project is. What you see out here today are removals. We're doing sanitary sewer work right now. Tree removal is starting today. The temp water system is in place and the connections are starting. The contractor's getting that hooked up to all the businesses. The temp signal is going to be turned on here either today or tomorrow, so we'll have a signal system here in the mid-block to allow people to get access to the businesses that need it. So just great, a great start to the project, really. We had our hiccups right away when we set up traffic control and figure out how things need to be done, and there will be further refinements as we go. Trust me, I'm hearing about what needs to be refined on a hourly basis. No, not quite that often, but I get the emails and we turn around and try to get out there and figure out what needs to be done. And I encourage anybody who has any ideas to get a hold of me, and we'll make sure we take a look at it and see if it makes sense. And midweek we will be doing starting water mains, so that's kind of the update on the project itself. With that, I guess I'm going to turn it over to the next speaker, but I just really want to let everyone know just how great it's been to work with MnDOT. And this isn't the only project we've got with them. This is the one we're leading, but we're also been very involved in the 63 bridge replacement and the overlay plans that they have, and all the work they're doing on this corridor. They haven't just forgotten that it's not just a state highway, it's also it's our main street and our feed to our community, and they've been just excellent to work with, a great project partner, and we're just looking forward to getting through these next 5 years, and we may not see MnDOT for a while until they need to maybe do an overlay or fix a joint here or there, but that's about it. So with that, I'd say thanks for coming out today, and successful project is off and running. A great early start to the year, and the construction weather has been perfect. Let's get the rain on Sunday, and then we can have 5 days of good working weather and get our moisture over the weekend. Maybe not on Saturday, because I know, we like to have some time to have fun outside too. So, but thanks for coming out today.
Thanks, Jay. Today we have a very special guest. Arthur Owen from the Prairie Island Indian community is here to offer a blessing of the grounds. We ask that you are respectful during the sacred blessing of the grounds. Thank you.
I think I'd like to say thank you to all of us that have some initiatives and endeavors that are going into what we call as Hupahusha. It's Red Wing. but it's also one of our Itancha, Bedwaka Tuwa Itancha. It's one of our chiefs. Further down the road, you say it's Wakuda, but it's Wakute. He shot it. That's his name. That's his son. So his village is right here. So when you put these changes in, it's always good to know, that they're looking at us. Because along the way, there's a lot of my friends that have been in the contracting business for MnDOT, and we've managed to uncover some remains now and then. And we only can say the right things that keep our projects alive and healthy. And at this time, I was asked to say a blessing for this and its project, but at the same time, I'd like to share this information with you that we call Dakushkashka. We don't control the wind, and we don't control that sun, and we don't control the rain. And we ask the spirits that are here, that are amongst the people that used to be here. They're called Daku Wakan. They used to be here. That is who we're talking to. So at this time, I'd like to do this in Dakota for you. And then my wife is bringing this drum up here. It is known as a Kit Fox drum. It's an old society, a secret society they call them, but they're old Kit Fox. And I'd like to sing a song for them that they look upon, for the city planner, for many of the people that are working on the project, that you stay healthy, and that the project itself, it stays healthy, that you get the good weather that you need, that the healthiness of the whole project is going to renovate a whole road. I'm trying to put this into English at the same time. So this road is going to be a connection to all of us. As we grew up here, I remember the Eisenhower Bridge being put in. And the other day I was talking to my youngest daughter. I said, I've seen 3 bridges now in Hastings. I've seen the round one come down, and I've seen the second one come down, and now they have the third one up. So it kind of just tells you how old we are. Memory is old. But I'd like to share this with you. I tell you what, Kantaka. Hina he de ampeto ke de he. Ake he chanku. Ake hina he chit. Okia pekte do he. Heshana ku he cha okia po he. Ake na che wichasha ta he. Ake he cha okia po he. Hesha unspeche ki he. Hecha wozan yu ha, wichone yu ha ki ha. Ake he bedonka to oyate ki na he tita wita oyate ki te eta handa ha. Hesha na ku he chanche ga ki ha. Ake he na he wopi da chichi do he. Ahe ho pahusha. Ohe itancha. Hesha wakita po he. Ohe de ampetu ki de eche. Ampewe ki na he che wopi da chichi do he. Oh. Ana he doktoto kanke. So we have asked the Red Wing chief that used to be here and his people that they keep many of all of us healthy and strong, especially for those of you that are working on the project itself, and that you are given the good days, to fulfill those, and that you are given the understanding and the teachings that go with that. And that teaching comes in a form of, the administrative level, and the safety and the procedures that go with it. That's the Ospeche, So those are just things we want to stay in place. So as I sing this song is for the mother, because we open her up like a bandage wound. We open her up, and so this song it says for grandmother, as we do this. Help the children and help the understanding in years to come. And should there be anything in there, you must notify me, Patty. Jay, you must notify me. Because I carry all the necessary permits that we're not addressing here. Okay? Buck Sargent he was one of my uncles for Indian Affairs Commission. So you have to include them. Because we try to keep it not just spiritual, but we know we're going to go one direction. And that's the benefit of Red Wing, Minnesota, in its area, and all of its residents, that they all gain something from this. I think we can all cross the street a lot better and get to the river, huh? Yeah. This is one of our sacred ceremonies we have. They call them Sundance songs. These songs are prayer songs, but they go to the Creator. But they also have to have a requirement and a commitment from us as human beings. That is a 4-day no food, no water. So we know that that is being answered by the Creator Himself. So I'd like to offer this to you. Thank you. Talk Ake na he toktoto kaha, ake he, ana he, ons pechina, ake toktoto kaha, ake na wo ke na, achi tuo he. So, you have a very strong foundation to what you're about to do. Achi tu, thank you.
Art, please accept this gift from our community as a thank you for your sacred dedication of the grounds for this project. We appreciate your presence here and in our community. Thank you again for coming today. Your presence is a symbol of your community support for this project. And we thank you for being here.